Let me tell you guys how it feels to wake up and not be able to move your legs anymore. So basically, I'm going to tell you the rundown of what I have, what disorder I have, just tell you guys how it all began. So basically, I have something called functional neurological disorder. April 3rd of 2018, I was about to go take a shower and I felt weird going to take a shower. I just felt like anxious, like in my neck. So I'm like, all right, let me just go take a shower and just, chill out, whatever. So, this is not my color, but we're just gonna have to make it work. So what in the world? Was I this light in the summer? I mean, in the winter or something? Like what? I'm so confused. Anyways, so I went to take a shower, and when I was in the shower, I just didn't feel good at all. Like, it just felt weird. So my legs felt weird. I felt like I was gonna pass out. So I jumped out the shower and I ran into the room. And when I went into the room, I told Derek, I was like, I'm gonna pass out. And the next thing you know, my legs just gave out and I passed out. My body started doing some weird movements that it was just weird movements. Like I was just twitching. It just felt weird. So I was like, you need to call 911. So he called 911. My uncle lives right down the street, so he came and watched the kids. And when I tell you, the EMT who helped me out was so rude. I've never been treated like that in my life. He literally stuffed like some, I don't even know what you call it. It was like a syringe in my mouth, and he was just like, breathe. I think he thought I was having an anxiety attack, but the way he went about it was crazy. It was so rude. So they took me in an ambulance, but as I'm in the ambulance, I'm having things that mimic seizures, right? At the time, we were like, oh, I'm having seizures. So I went into the hospital. Basically, the EMTs, I overheard them say to like the doctor, oh, she had a panic attack. So the doctors didn't see me for hours. When I say hours, hours. And they never came. I'm just going to leave. So I left the hospital, didn't get to see a doctor or anything. The hospital that I went to, they're known for like people. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not going there anymore. I'm going to go talk to my PCP and see what she says. Just what's going on. Like, am I just like, do I have too much stress? Because I do have 2 kids with autism. So I'm like, is it too much stress? Is it not enough sleep? Because I was not sleeping. I still don't sleep because my kids don't sleep. Yeah. So just go see my PCP and see what's going on. Nothing happened throughout the night. I just went right to sleep. The next day I went to get dressed because I was going to head, I think I was going to head to the doctor's or the walk-in or something like that. And every time I went into my closet, I would try to pick something up and I would pass out. And I'm like, what is going on? So I'm like, let me hurry up and get dressed so I can go to the hospital at this point, because like, why am I passing out for no reason? Eventually I started having seizures. So Derek was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm going to call 911. I'm going to call your mom. So he called my mom. My mom came, and if she's having seizures, then you don't need to be driving her. Like, you can't drive with her having seizures. So my mom called 911. And she followed us. While I was in the ambulance, I told the EMTs, like, I don't know what was going on, just words were just coming out of my mouth. I told one of them he looked like 007 off of Grey's Anatomy. If you know, you know. Basically, whatever. If you know, you know. I told one of them that they looked like Dr. McDreamy. I was just not myself. I was just saying whatever. So I ended up in the hospital. I don't remember anything that happened except for they did that sternum thing on me. I heard them call a code, and when I woke up, I was in the ICU. I stayed in the ICU for 3 days, and if I'm being honest, I don't really remember being there. I just remember my mom not allowing anyone to come, and every time somebody asked me a question, I would just have a seizure. Any type of stress, it could be a lights flickering, have a seizure. Literally anything. If I looked up at the light, have a seizure. It was horrible. It was bad. I remember my cousin actually did end up coming up. I don't know if she worked there or something at the time, but she was able to do my hair, which was really nice. And there's a video of it. That's the only reason why I know, is because there's like a video and pictures. But they ran all types of tests. I had CT, MRI, blood work, EEG or whatever, EKG. Literally anything you could think of I had, and everything came back negative. There was nothing, no trace of anything. Like, it was like I was perfectly normal except for the fact that I was anemic. I was severely anemic. That was it. All the other tests, good. So like, that was a little like weird, You know what I mean? Because like, why is it happening to me? And there's nothing wrong with me. Everyone could visibly see that there's something going on. I would have seizures. I would have up to 19 seizures a day, but then there is nothing wrong with me. Like, it wasn't adding up. So they can't leave me in ICU, you know what I mean? There was nothing wrong with me. Like, I really didn't need an IV because I wasn't dehydrated. I couldn't take a Tylenol, ibuprofen to make it go away. There's only so much, what do you call it? Lamotrigine? I don't know what it's called, that they can give me. It was just happening. So I ended up going home after 3 days. And when I got home, well, I ended up going home after 3 days. But right before I left, one of the nurses said, "Hun, you need to get on Social Security disability because your life is going to change forever." And when she said that, I was like, like, what do you mean by that? I went home and I instantly applied for Social Security disability. Like, I was like, whatever, like, it is what it is. They wanted me to go see therapists, psychiatrists, all these things. I was an outpatient, a whole bunch of stuff. They thought it was maybe mental health or something, right? Because who just starts having seizures and nobody knows why? It's like, am I faking it? Is it in my head? Like, is it something else that we just don't know, but it has something to do with like mental? Am I dissociating? Like, what is it? So we're all trying to get to the bottom of it. I'm telling them my triggers, and we're in therapy doing lists of everything that's going on. We can't figure it out. I'm literally trying my hardest. I'm like, this happened this day. This is what I ate. We're tracking what I ate. We're tracking how many meals a day I'm eating. And then eventually the seizures are getting worse. Back to back to back to back. 19, 20. I'm talking about almost 30 a day, to the point I could not handle it anymore. I told them I need sleep medication. I need whatever you can give me, because this is not it. This isn't the life I wanted. I can't be a mom. I cannot function because I can't cook. I cannot drive. I cannot eat. I cannot sleep. I can't even watch TV. I can't do anything. I cannot be a mom or a wife while I'm like this. I had no friends at the time. Like, my relationships with everybody just, it was tarnished. The medications I was put on, if you know anything about medications, it alters your personality. Still not myself to this day. It alters your personality. You are no longer the same person. My relationships with people I was friends with, tarnished. Some of my family members, I cussed them out. I think I made up things in my head, scenarios, and I just ran with it. I was just so angry at one point on one medication. I was sleepy on the next medication, zombie. Honestly, you guys, I've taken over 30 medications to try to treat this diagnosis, or trying to treat this, and nobody had any answers. There was nothing. We're just winging it. There was medications that were even now are like recalled because they weren't good for you. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make a part 2, which I didn't want to do, but this video is getting really long, and I really want to tell you guys what functional neurological disorder is and how it affects me every single day, and why my legs are paralyzed. Okay, so bear with me. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with my story. Just go to part 2 real quick.